Hello, everyone. Today, we're diving into a fascinating historical question: how did the Russian public truly feel about the Russo-Japanese War? It wasn't a simple answer, as public opinion changed a lot during the conflict. When the war started in 1904, many Russians didn't care much. It was a distant war, and they didn't understand why Russia was fighting Japan, as most people knew little about the Far East. Life for ordinary Russians was hard enough, and they focused on daily struggles, so initial apathy was common. However, this indifference quickly turned to shock and humiliation when Russia suffered early defeats, Port Arthur was attacked, and the Russian Navy faced setbacks, which were unexpected losses. The public felt a deep sense of humiliation because Russia was a great European power, and losing to an Asian nation was unthinkable to many. As the war dragged on, discontent grew significantly, and people increasingly blamed the government, seeing corruption everywhere, with generals seeming incompetent and supplies being poor. Soldiers were poorly equipped, and the war clearly showed the deep flaws in the Tsarist system, highlighting existing problems in Russia beyond just the conflict itself. The war also hit home hard, as many men were conscripted, causing families to lose their main providers, while food prices rose and shortages appeared in cities, and the economy struggled. These hardships fueled widespread unrest, causing strikes to increase and protests to become more frequent, making the war a major catalyst that accelerated the 1905 revolution. Events like Bloody Sunday happened during this time, showing how the public's anger exploded, as they wanted political change and an immediate end to the war. By the war's end, most Russians just wanted peace. The devastating defeat at Tsushima confirmed the war's futility, and the human cost was immense, with the financial burden crushing. The war had brought only shame and suffering, and public sentiment was overwhelmingly against continuing the fight, as they saw it as a disaster that Russia could not win and one that brought only internal chaos. So, the public's feelings evolved dramatically, moving from initial apathy, through shock and deep anger, to a desperate plea for peace, marking a period of profound disillusionment that deeply impacted Russian society. Thank you for joining me on this historical journey. If you found this insight interesting, please consider giving this video a like, share it with others, and if you want to see more content like this, think about subscribing to the channel. Your support helps us keep exploring these fascinating moments in history, and we appreciate it greatly.